Hi everyone, it's me again, Nancy Finch, doing Nancy Finch Talks. And everyone knows that Nan can talk. No, well, anyway, I hope you're having a lovely Monday so far. I've decided to start recording these differently, as I was having some issues before, as you might know. So basically, I'm going to be, although this isn't interactive, it is something you can still learn from, and there will be some interactive things I'll be doing as well. So I hope you're all well. I think it's great that you're joining me for the Nan Talks. It's really lovely. And I'm hoping that you might have done something with last week's, which was Get Off Your Nail. And that was all about not compromising anymore in your life, making yourself feel a lot better. So yeah, so this is really, this week is all about still your waters. So, and this is all about being calm in a very chaotic place in life. And we've all got lots of changes going on. And so I thought I'd do this one this week, because Get Off Your Nail last week was very good for realising where you need to make some changes. But that can cause you some stress as well, when you've got all these things around you and you know what you want to do, but you're not entirely sure how to get to it. So the Get Off Your Nail will make you realise and subconsciously help you to create it. So in this particular week, Still Your Waters, we're going to be hopefully playing, I hope you can play with me, in the sense that you can understand that the chaos is not doing us any good. Okay, it's a lot of pressure outside. It might be us changing our lives, it might be a new job, going back to work, it might be the children, it could be anything. But we've got a lot of chaos around. And Still Your Waters was an idea I had because I know myself, I can ramble on and have so many thoughts in my head that I don't realise I'm not being fully effective. You can be like a runaway train sometimes. So it would be really good if we could just still our minds. And so I wanted to still the waters, because we're made up of water. But I wanted you to have an image of maybe very choppy water, maybe a pond or something, and people have been throwing stones into it. It's all ripply. That's what our thoughts can do to ourselves. We can have too many ripples going on in a day. So it'd be lovely if we could just stop and for a moment still the waters. Okay, there's lots of reasons why we have to do this, because if we don't, then any life stimulus can just bring up something from the subconscious. Now, we are made up of 97% subconscious. That's a huge amount. We've got 3% consciousness that we're talking with, that we're understanding with, and all those experiences from the past are underneath that surface. So when we have a life stimulus, it's a bit like putting a stick into a pond and wishing it round, and all the stuff from the bottom of the pond comes up, you know. We've got issues that we perhaps haven't dealt with or didn't realise we had, and they come to the surface when other stimulus is pushing that out of you, or making you feel those things. And that has an effect on your body. I'm always going on about this, but when you do this particular exercise, it is really good for this area to calm your thoughts, your feelings, to help you to be still, to be grounded. It helps this immune system here. It helps you to feel that feeling. It helps you to feel in control as well, and purposeful, mindful. You need to be mindful and disciplined sometimes, because if we're not, then we're just part of the chaos that we're looking at. So when we do this exercise, we are simply going to think of our chaos around us and realise that it's not doing us any good on those levels I just mentioned. And all we have to do is be mindful. And it only takes a few seconds to do this. So when we imagine this pond or this lake and it's all sort of turbulent, what we've got to do now is just imagine, if you can do this with me, this is really nice. Just imagine that you're sitting there and you can't see your reflection in the water. Okay, and you need to be still. And when you're still, you see the reflection. Okay, when you see the reflection, you see who you are. Everything's easier. You're easier in life, and it makes it easier to make decisions, and you know who you are. And from that place, you can trust yourself a lot more as well, which is another issue. So when we trust our decisions, we are in a good place of being, really. So if you imagine this water again, as I say, life has made it all choppy. And just for a second, I want you to imagine you're looking into a pond or the water. You're looking into it. And as you look down into it, you can't see your reflection. All you see is the water. So what you need to be doing is looking, and take a deep breath And as you breathe out, imagine that the water is becoming calm and still. Now you need to do this 3 times, so let's do it another couple of times. Do it with me. So take another deep breath and see the water stilling. Just see the water becoming more calm. There's the calmness coming over you as you're breathing. The breathing is a big part of this as well. So take another deep breath with me. And see the water completely calm. And now, as you look into the water, you can now see your reflection. You can see your own face. And when you're looking, you're still, you're mindful, you're calm, you're grounded, you're all of those things that you need to be. And if you just sort of emotionally, mentally catch your breath, then that's what you're doing when you're stilling your waters. We can't really be our authentic selves if we're too busy reacting to everything around us. We need to be still. We need to be calm. And I know that I'm very guilty of going too quick in life and running around, and it's been my story all the way through. But when you stop and you mindfully still your waters, just still them. It takes just 3 deep breaths, that's it. All it takes. And that's not going to take very long. You can even do that when you're with people. No one's going to know. There's no excuses to not use this exercise. It will calm you. It calms your central nervous system as well, which is another benefit. All the way down your tree of nerves that run down your spine. All of that will untangle. Because you're taking a deep breath and you're relaxing your body. You'll find your shoulders are relaxed. You'll find your body just feels better after doing this. Emotionally, as I say, you feel better. All of that, you feel so grounded. And that gives you a chance to be yourself, your true self. Otherwise, as I say, you're not really being all you can be because we're too busy with our monkey minds, you know. So when you feel that the tension builds up in the day, simply get down to the water in your mind. Just think of a lake, you're looking into it and you can't see yourself. Too much life stimulus. And breathe. And just see the water in your mind. Imagine the water stilling. And if you can't do this and you find it hard to imagine it, then get a picture of a nice still pond and put it somewhere. And every time you look at it, you think, can I see my reflection metaphorically in there? Can I see that? Or are my waters all choppy? Am I in a storm? That might be something else. So a sense of peace comes over you when you do this, okay? It feels really good. If you can do this every day, you can do it whenever. Perhaps if you find a certain time in the day that you find it gets very busy, then you can just still your waters. It's being mindful. It's a tool, emotional tool, and it's coming from the book The Choice Is Mine that I'm writing. I've got loads of them. All my Nan Talks are linked together. Really, they can be used together, but they're about, I think I've done 20 of them so far. So you can always go back and look at some of those. If you go onto my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk. And what you can do there is catch up on some of the talks I've done before. And you can leave a comment if you've used those tools and you found them useful. It'd be lovely to have your feedback because, of course, I need that kind of research for the book I'm writing anyway to make sure that you're happy using the tools in the way that suits you, okay? This particular tool of Still Your Waters can be used with another particular tool that I've got, another talk I did called The Wheel. That was number 7 I did, and that was on the 15th of the 3rd, 21. So if you want to go back and look at that, then that will actually go very nicely with Still Your Waters, because Still Your Waters only takes a few seconds to do when you're stilling the waters. But you have an action to do in the other one of the wheel. So you're kind of bringing yourself into a calmer place as well, recognizing your needs. So they work very nicely and link nicely together. So if you'd like to have a little go at that, that would be fantastic. Let me know how you get on with them. Leave a comment or come back to me with any problems you might have with that, and I can help you. I've got some lovely meditations on my website as well, so if you'd like to catch up with some of those, you can choose whichever ones you'd like, whichever one you fancy, and I'm sure they'll all do you good. It's a tonic for the whole body, every one of them. So I hope you're all going to have a very calm and peaceful day. I hope you're all well. But if you're not, your central nervous system, your body's immune system, everything will benefit. And we all need that right now by doing your still waters. You could even use the actual action of a still water. Put your hands like this and still the waters. Because that, when you do an action, I mean, you can do it in your mind, but if you do it with an action, then what you're doing is you're telling your mind on a subconscious level that something different is happening. And it makes you feel like the action is actually achieving something. So it's going to reinforce what you're trying to do. So breathe, still your waters, and see how you get on from there, okay? Now, I hope you get on. I hope you really like this exercise. Next week, we have Push the Easy button. That's going to be a nice one. And that will be on Monday, the 5th of July. So that's good. Oh, and by the way, if you want to subscribe, to keep getting these regular updates and things, subscribe button's down below. And you can also leave some feedback on Facebook and obviously the YouTube. So, and if you go to Facebook and you want to add me on there, I use it solely for work. It's Nancy Finch, St Austell. And you've got to put Saint. Oh, life's funny. But anyway, so join me on there. Catch up on my website if you wish, and join me again on this regular Monday slot at 1 o'clock. So I hope you have a good week and feel grounded and still your waters and maybe get into your wheel as well, which should be really good. So have a go at that, and I shall see you next week. Happy, happy days. Lots of love. Namaste to all of you. And I will see you very soon. Okay, let me know how you get on. Thank you. Bye.